Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com, and we're doing another classic capture. Today we are doing Virtual On for the Sega Saturn, and once again, this is a import copy because the English copy is way too goddamn expensive.
Why are they cyber troopers? I'm pretty sure they're inside fucking robots.
Well,
how does that make them cyber in the least?
You gotta remember, this is the 90s, and
just add cyber to everything?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Right now we're playing the single player mode, and I will tell you right now, this game does not hold up anymore. It's an interesting diversion, and it's another one of those Saturn games that cost too much for what it is. I will say that the first two enemies you fight in the story mode are, they're nominal, especially getting used to controls. I will let you know that I do not have the twin stick attachment. That thing is way too expensive to purchase right now, even the Japanese version of it. I'm playing this on the Sega Saturn control pad, and it's difficult. Let's put it this way. You move in 3D space with a D-pad, which was not designed for 3D space, and then you turn your perspective by the left
shoulder button.
Shoulder buttons. And I've played this a little bit, so I'm doing okay based on the fact that I played it a bit, but it does not hold up. This was actually fairly big in Japan as a arcade game because this is almost a straight arcade port. The arcade game, which, like I said, there's a Saturn version of this as well, had a twin stick attachment for left and right button controls. You turn by pod racer, I guess. You would move one up and one backwards to turn left and right. And it was a kind of fairly odd system, but it was probably better than using a goddamn D-pad for 3D space. And enemies ramp up fairly quickly as far as difficulty is concerned. The first one is super ass easy, and then by the third boss it becomes nearly impossible, no matter what mech you choose. There's also multiplayer, split-screen multiplayer, which is probably the best part. We did record some of that, me and Marco, but unfortunately the video kind of got ruined, and I don't think it holds up well enough. I think single player is really what most people will be playing. I doubt anybody really wants to play this in split screen. If you're gonna play a fighting game like this, don't.
Go for a Gundam Seed.
That would definitely be a better bet. And you notice you just kind of walk around and you use these energy weapons. You have 3 weapon types per robot. There's multiple robots. This one has a gun, a grenade type thing, and a energy beam. They're infinite ammo, but they are based on an energy system, so they'll deplete and then they'll have to recharge. And usually the initial attack, like the sword for example, will send a beam outside of it. Like Link in a way when you attack for the first initial one, but they deplete pretty quickly.
Viper 2. What happened to Viper 1?
I don't know. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. And I want to know where this goddamn oil platform is. Like in the middle of the ocean, just robots firing at each other. There's no audience. There's absolutely no story, by the way. There's nothing to indicate why they're fighting each other with these big robots, other than it's Japan and it's the mid-90s.
Is there any more fucking explanation you need, sir?
Well,
it's Japan, and
the problem
it's
is
the mid-fucking 90s.
When a historian plays this one day, in like 1,000 years, and says, why were they using big robots?
Because it was Japan and it was the 90s.
What if there's no documentation? How am I supposed to know that?
They should just fucking know.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
They should just fucking know.
Other than the battle modes for single player, which is just kill every type in a succession, to split screen mode, there's not really much else. There was a Netlink version, which you can still purchase, but the service is no longer available. Netlink meaning you had the 14.4 modem for the Sega Saturn, and you could play people online in ultra lagginess.
That sounds like something I would want to subscribe to.
And it was under the Sega Net system, which it's been down for quite some time. I think you can still play it in LAN play, but why would you? That's the question. In fact, I've seen the arcade versions of this game in our local area in California. I've seen both of them for $1,000, the pair of them.
That is actually something I would.
just to have it, yeah.
Yeah. And it has the twin sticks, right?
Yes, it is.
I think I would rather have that. Yeah, this is the guy that cheats.
Yeah, this motherfucker, he is way, like I said, the difficulty ramps up and he's always the third one, no matter what mech you choose. There's no reason why this motherfucker is so hard. They just all of a sudden did, well, we're going to put this one guy who's competent, and since it's a computer, he can move the way he needs to, and you're fighting the controls to hit him. I eventually got past him, got to the fourth guy, and then eventually the fifth guy after many, many tries. And I will tell you, by the fifth guy, I was fed up with it, and I probably never played it again. I think I've said I've got 2 Saturn games that I've done, but and unfortunately these are like 2 iconic ones. This one and Knights, they don't hold up. This one definitely doesn't hold up, and it comes with a $30 price tag in decent condition, the American version. The Japanese version you can get for $15, but really, it's other than the nostalgia factor, and unless you played it as a kid, which I doubt, it's really not worth it. It doesn't hold up visually, it doesn't hold up control-wise, and unless you want to frustrate yourself, especially with this guy right here, there's absolutely no reason to play this anymore. But for its time, it was interesting. So, I lost, and this is it. So, thanks for watching. This is a classic capture for Cyber Troopers.
Cyber Troopers Japan.
And please subscribe and let us know what you think. Thank you.